Hello everyone, Fuzz here, and this is Grim Dawn once again, a game that I never actually planned on covering, but since I've been playing it quite a bit myself lately, I thought we'd go ahead and do a bit of a let's play on it and see what you guys think about the game as well. And if you want me to continue with this let's play, then please do go ahead and hit the like button and post a comment letting me know as well on this video. So we left off in the last episode exactly where we're going to be picking up today, which is with the first quest, story quest, completed, and the follow-up for that now in our active quest log. But there's also these other exclamation marks that have popped up as well, so we're going to go ahead and check out some of these. And you can't see in the world at the moment, but we can see on the map there was this star here, so we can see there's a quest to pick up for Kasparov.
I saw you fighting the dead out in Lower Crossing, and I dare say you are absolutely brilliant. Evidently,
as always, guys, if you do want to read the quests, then just pause the video.
Rift gates, yes. The Ethereals use them to get around. You don't remember anything, do you? I may have taken some liberties while you were out cold. It was just a few. Excellent.
Now we can actually complete that quest immediately
Just place them into the
because of the ether crystals we've already collected.
That's not right. Very good. I'm sure a little more ether in your system won't do you the slightest harm. Okay, maybe it was a lot more, but you look fine. We've been so preoccupied with it. I have to say, I do feel a little...
So because we've just completed Kasparov's first quest, we were able to pick up his follow-up quest immediately, which is the Inventor's Apprentice here. And we've also completed the objective here for the Helping Out story quest. So we need to go and speak to Barnabas, who's the chap that's hanging around outside here, and see what he wants from us.
He must have done quite a service with the dead if he's got hands to spare for old Barnabas. Let's get to business, yeah? Search the ruined houses and the old dumping grounds on the far side of Lower...
Okay, so we need to get 5 scraps for Barnabas, and this is actually an easy thing for us to do. I'm going to show you how to do that. Actually, I'm not going to do the method I was going to, which was purchase it from the vendors, because this early on in the game, we have so little iron bits that it's probably not worth it. We've got 939. But if you've got more than that, then you can go to the vendors and actually purchase the iron scraps. If they're not selling it, then just reload your game. So we'll go ahead and see these other quests that are available and what they're about. So for this quest, something for nothing, we need to kill 3 named NPCs. And this was just about opening the gates for us. So now we have access to the main prison, which is no longer being used as a prison, of course, but a fortress. So Foldis was the fellow that we saw out and about in the wild, and we sent him back here to Devil's Crossing for his own safety. And we get a bit of scrap for that, which updates our other quest, along with the other stuff that we're used to getting. So we've collected or picked up a lot of optional quests now.
Got something you need stashed.
Here you can actually put stuff in your stash if you want to keep it but don't want to use inventory space. So I just want to point that NPC out to you there. But since we've now collected all the quests that there are to be collected at this point, we are going to head on out. I made a mistake, by the way, in the last episode. I said that monsters' levels do not scale with your level, and that they actually are dependent on the area in which they're found. That was both true and false. Basically, monsters' levels are based on the area in which they're found, but they do also scale a little bit. But they can only reach a maximum level based on the area they're in. So the enemies just outside this gate, for instance, can only level up to level 7. And so on and so forth. So there is a bit of level scaling in Grim Dawn, but nothing like there is in Diablo 3. So we are going to head out to our lower crossing rift portal that we found. Hey, level 7. So we're currently using this Primal Strike ability, which is a nice AoE attack, especially early on in the game, although later on, around level 40 or so, we are going to be getting rid of this and replacing it with something better. So let's just go ahead and spend our skill points. The reason we've got 4 is because we got one for doing a quest a moment ago. And we'll go ahead and spend our attribute points. Again, we're just sticking all those into physique for the time being. So we can see where we've explored but haven't explored in this current session. So we're just going to continue on into this black area and start making our way towards the next set of quests. So we're playing on veteran mode simply because we need to make sure we get enough levels before moving on to the next difficulty, which is elite. We need to be around the level 50 mark for that, you see. And the increased monster spawns on veteran here make normal much more rewarding in terms of the amount of levels that you can gain for the story. So we can already see there's a star on the map, which means there's going to be something to kill or save from the quests that we're currently doing.
I can't do that yet.
And it looks like there's an enemy for us to take care of here. So we'll come out where we've got a little bit more space, I think. And this is a level 8 named NPC as part of the Something for Nothing quest that we're currently doing. And sadly, our spell seems to be missing a lot because of the level difference.
My energy is low.
But when it does hit, it does a nice amount of damage, as you can see. And I think one more hit should get the job done here. There we go. It's left a nice bit of poison behind, which we can avoid or stand in if we don't mind taking damage. And don't forget to shoot the orb or attack the orb afterwards for extra spoils. In this case, a bit of iron bits. And the items that we just collected there are really of no use to us. So we'll be selling those to the vendor and making lots of nice money. By the way, you'll notice here that we can't actually see what we're doing, but we can actually turn the map around by using the arrow keys next to the M key on the keyboard. We can actually rotate the map orientation, which is interesting. Something you can't do in other action RPGs. I'll just try and get us back to north on the map pointing upwards so that we don't get confused as to where we are, where we've been, etc, etc. And there's a little dungeon thing or cave that we can access just up here called the Putrid Den.
That skill's not ready.
So we'll always be looting these components. They're not just useful, by the way, components for sticking into weapons and armour, although of course that is their primary function. But they're also used
I can't do that.
in crafting, and also certain devotion shrines can only be cleansed through the use of components. So make sure you do store them, even if you stick them all in your stash to save inventory space. So we are in Whitmire now, and I do remember that one of the quests required us to come here. To make sure that we haven't missed that cave that I was talking about, if I just can get my bearings a little bit. I think we might have done. So we'll just head back down south. It's possible I'm mistaken and that there is actually no cave here. But I'll certainly grab the scrap for the quest that we require that for. And I actually thought the entrance would have been around here. So obviously I was mistaken. Or it's a secret entrance, or it's actually the exit. So anyway, as I mentioned in the previous episode, the trick to this game is that you want to explore every nook and cranny. So we are going to head over to the black, unexplored area, even though it means backtracking a little bit. There can be all sorts of things hiding out, including quest monsters, items, secret areas, and above all that, you do need to get the levels and experience from killing the monsters in those areas anyway.
That skill's not ready.
Ah, so this is the Putrid Den. That other section of the map that I was running around looking for this must have been the exit to this place, in all honesty.
That skill's not ready.
This is an interesting cave since there's poison all over the floor. And we're just standing in it. I mean, why not? And there's the final bit of scrap that we need as well.
I'm out of it.
Oh dear, this is looking freakish. Just the green mist is everywhere. And here's the enemy. The dungeon of the cave itself. Do we actually need to kill him? I don't think we do. But he should have lots of nice loot for us if we do kill him. Well, he probably won't, but he might do.
That skill's not
So the
ready.
good thing about this spell that we use, not only does it do a nice amount of damage, but it has this pretty good stun that you can see as well. Okay, we've got a shield that we don't need.
I don't have enough energy.
And we've leveled up once more. We've cleared out this cave dungeon thingy, so nothing to do with our quests by coming in here, but we did get a nice amount of experience.
That skill's not ready.
Just take care of those little critters, and then we'll go ahead and spend our skill points. So we've maxed out Primal Strike now. We need to be moving along this tree But before we do that, we need to spend more points in to our actual Shaman attunement. We need to do that 5 more times in order to access Thunderous Strike, so we'll spend our first point now. Remember, you do get boosts to your stats by spending points in the attunement, so don't see them as wasted points by any stretch of the imagination, just because you're not actually boosting up the power of a specific skill or anything. So we're getting some different enemy varieties now as well.
That skill's not ready.
And some snake creatures, how lovely. Don't forget guys, make sure if you want to see more episodes in this Grim Dawn series that you just go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel there. And also when you subscribe now to a new channel, you need to actually hit the bell notification that shows up once you've done so. Otherwise you won't actually be notified of new videos, etc. It's a nice little feature that YouTube have put in that's actually more annoying than anything else. But there you have it. Okay guys, I'm going to finish off here today. I'm going to grab myself a drink and I'll start recording the next episode. Thanks for joining me folks, and I'll see you soon for more Grim Dawn.